Welcome back. As always, be sure to leave a comment telling me how to improve myself. I'm always looking for improvement, and your comment helps out a ton. Leave a comment telling me any future video you want me to make. Be sure to check out my other channel, YC Games. And yeah, leave a like and subscribe if you feel like it. That really doesn't matter to me, but let's get right into it. So, I'm making this video because a lot of shit happened the past couple weeks, and you know, it's the whole thing of Borderlands is going to be at E3, well it's not going to be at E3, well it might be at E3, it's going to be called something else now. I'm just making this video to kind of break it up a little bit, tell you my interpretation of everything that went down, and my final thoughts on what actually will happen within the next few weeks and next month especially. So let's get right into it. So obviously all this started back in when Walmart unofficially announced their kind of leak of Borderlands 3 coming out sometime this year and being available on their store, or at their stores, sometime this year. Now, this is great news because that means we'll be seeing Borderlands 3 sometime this year. However, it's not a reliable source in the fact that it's a weird issue we've had, because I can never remember this happening. At least not with this many games that haven't even been announced yet. So it's weird to think about what it actually means. Now, I never thought this way, but a lot of people seem to latch on to the idea that means we would see it at E3, being that it would be announced sometime this year. Now, I really don't know where this came from, but it led to a lot of people asking about it on Twitter and asking everyone that was involved in the game about, oh, so that means we'll see it at E3, right? And I never saw it as that, but it did lead to a lot of other interesting things that happened. So obviously, with just the shred of, hey, it might be at E3, everyone took to the internet, questioning in any form of media we can, anyone that would listen, working on the game, saying, hey, will we see it at E3? What's it going to be like? When are we going to see it? When are we going to get more information? And one of the biggest outlets for this was Twitter, and asking Randy Pitchford directly. Now, the biggest one that came out of this was Randy's 6-part, or something like that, tweet of talking about magic and magicians and how people will believe what they want to believe, and if they say it's not going to be at E3, a lot of people aren't going to believe it simply because they want it at E3. Now, looking down at the comments for this tweet in particular, a lot of people just wrote this off as, okay, we're not going to see it at E3, this is his way of saying it. And I realize I'm kind of playing into his hand and doing exactly what he said will happen by saying he never actually said that. He said if they say they're not going to say it, people are going to believe what they want to believe. He never actually explicitly said we won't see it at E3. And now this can mean a lot of different things. Either he's being cryptic on purpose as to try to get expectations low and then come out with a big reveal, or he doesn't want to say anything at all because he doesn't know what's going to happen, which, I mean, that's impossible. Obviously, he knows his plan. They know what they're doing. Or he could simply just be saying that it won't be at E3, don't expect it, and then it actually won't be at E3. He's saying exactly what people think he's saying, I guess. The problem with it is, everything is extremely cryptic with these guys. Which is great, because it's fun for people like me and other, people on YouTube and just people in general to speculate and make their own theories and just hope, cling on to any hope they have. And I love it. I think it's fun. But on the other hand, I want something confirmed. I want an announcement. I want to know what to expect at E3. Now, obviously, I'm going to be watching E3. I'm going to be, glued to anything Gearbox has to say about anything involving that. Because there is still a good chance. Because, like I said, they never came out and explicitly said it won't be at E3. So, I'm going to be watching. I'm not going to expect it, but I'm still hopeful that it's going to be there, as many of you should be. But I do want to urge, don't expect it, because if it's not there, they never said it would be. So don't get mad if it's not there.
Somebody still cares?
Another important aspect to take away from this tweet in particular is the fact that the couple times Randy mentioned Borderlands 3, he put it in quotation marks, which led a lot of people to believe it won't be called Borderlands 3 and instead be called Border Worlds, which I guess makes sense because technically it's the 4th game in the main franchise, 5th if you want to count Tales from the Borderlands. So it really wouldn't be Borderlands 3. However, everyone knows it as Borderlands 3 at this point, and it'd just be kind of weird to call it something else. I personally would prefer it to be called Borderlands 3, but that's just me. They can call it whatever they want. That doesn't matter to me that much. I just want to play it, obviously. But anyway, because of like the patent and whatnot, they just reinstated it like a couple weeks ago. I'm not gonna act like I know all the laws for patents, but essentially they own the rights to it. They still intend on using it because they keep re-whatevering it. So there's a good chance that it will be called Borderlands 3. Now this could be a good thing, because like I said in the tweet, he kind of hinted at Borderlands 3, in quotation marks, won't be called, or won't be at E3. However, Border Worlds might be at E3, and he's just saying that Borderlands 3 won't be because it's not even called Borderlands 3. However, on the flip side of this, and this is kind of what I personally hope he means by this, is the fact that the fans gave a name to a game that hasn't even been announced yet. Now, yes, we've known they've been working on the next Borderlands game, but they've just called it the next Borderlands game, or the game everyone hopes we're working on. They've never actually explicitly said we're working on Borderlands 3. They've just been saying the next Borderlands game. So by saying Borderlands 3, he's just saying what everyone knows it as Borderlands 3, instead of saying the next Borderlands game every time. Now obviously, there's a good chance he does mean the first one, that's not going to be called Borderlands 3. However, I do want it to be called Borderlands 3, so I'm hoping that he just means this as this is what people know it as, even though we never said it. And so that's why it's not an official name yet. However, that also goes into the fact that what he said earlier in the tweet about the magicians and how people will believe what they want to believe, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm believing what I want to believe. And until they announce anything official, I'm going to keep believing that. So as far as actually seeing Borderlands 3, or whatever they decide to call it, at E3, I'm staying hopeful. I'm not expecting it. If it's not there, I'm not going to get mad. I hope no one else will get mad, but I know it will be an outrage if it's not there. But I want everyone to keep it under control. They have not announced anything yet. They have not confirmed anything yet. Granted, it would be amazing if it was at E3. However, I am keeping my hopes low for now because I don't actually expect it. That would be nice, and it would be a super awesome surprise. But if it's not there, that'll be the end of that. So that about does it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a comment, tell me how to improve myself. I'm always looking to improve myself, and your comment helps out a ton. Leave a comment on any future video you want me to make. It doesn't have to be about Borderlands, doesn't even have to be about video games, just anything you want me to talk about. Be sure to check out my other channel, YC Games, just me and my friends playing video games, having fun. And yeah, see y'all on the next one. Keep your stick on the ice, we're all in this together.